Hey guys, you're watching one and only. My name is AJ. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Build a City. I don't know why, but whenever I start an episode, I rub my hands together out of excitement, probably. We're back at the airport today. I've done a lot of work on it, as you saw. Was it last episode, I think, when we saw the isometric view of the whole map? You saw that I've built all of the land up around here, made it look like sort of a natural edge of the mountain here. It's looking pretty good. It does need a little tiny bit of touching up in some spots, but I'm happy with it. I'm happy with how it's looking at the moment. So we've actually extended the island. You can see on the map, fully all the way around now. It's not floating at all. There's no floating runway or anything like that. But it is time to work out the taxiways. We've worked out exactly how wide everything needs to be. We've got a good width. We've got a really good length for the runway. If I had a slightly better computer and the world would load up quicker, I'd be able to take off and land on it. I probably could if I extended my world distance and if I sort of dumbed down some of the settings. But as you saw last episode when we took, last time we were at the airport, when we took off, I burped, I'm sorry, we lost the whole world and we couldn't really see too much. It was quite funny, really. But anyway, today I want to get down some of the taxi lines and stuff like that, and sort of more of the layout of exactly how this airport is going to run. So we want to go from here, which is in line with the edge of the runway, all the way out here. Now there's not too much room for the taxiway here, so we need to be very, very careful, but we can go from here to the edge of the airport again. Let's do it to about here for the minute and set all of that to stone. Nice dark colour. Now we've got a little bit more room, so I can go out a little bit further, just a few blocks, maybe like 3 or 4 blocks more. We want to give ourselves as much room as we possibly can allow. Let's go to here. And then, obviously, you guys remembered that we haven't got a control tower yet. I didn't forget, that is planned. That's going to go right here, the control tower, the big old round thing that they have. So that's pretty good. There's nearly enough room for a plane to turn around, but not quite. I would like to have just a little bit more room if we can. And I can do that by coming from here and coming out and then having the stone sort of curve around a little bit. So if we go from here to around here, do that again, and then grab the stone and just sort of run it around this way, like this, like that. Beautiful. Okay, that should work. There. Replace that one back. Take this out and replace it all with stone. Really nice. I love the darkness of the stone. Now, I think last time that we were at the airport, I also mentioned that I didn't want any grass, but I decided to have a look at some real airports, Heathrow and foreign ones, and all sorts of different airports, and they all of them surprisingly had grass between runways and in other areas. So I'm actually not as concerned anymore. I think I was a little bit over concerned about having grass. It doesn't really matter. It's quite strange, really. That's plenty enough room now for the taxiway to come round. I think I can add a little bit more so we have enough room for the wings and then a fence down the outside. So let's go from here to back here. I need to curve around the edge of the taxiway onto the runway, but I'll do that off camera because it's just a slow process. And then I think if we get a yellow, if I can spell yellow, this one right here, the clay is just a perfect taxiway block. Now, if I get in line with the middle of this plane, because that's about where it's going to be, I can have 2 taxiways. Now, some of you might notice that if we had 2 planes here, the wings would be touching. I know, but I want to have two lines going down to the terminal here. So we'll have one line going down there, and one line going down here to give us as much room as we can, like that. That goes all the way down, and then these go this way. What block is this? 159.4. From here to here, set to 159.4, like that. And the same one over here. And then this one's going to curve around. So keep it in line. Keep it in line to about there. And then this curves around in a nice taxi formation. So we'll have 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And then from here Keep it in line. All the way down to around there somewhere. And then this one joins up. But this one has to go in both directions. So this one has to go 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. Yeah, perfect. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. So you can see it sort of goes in both directions and they can turn around wherever they like. This then needs to join up to the main line that's going to run down here. I'm going to put the yellow line in. I'm going to curve around the taxiway to join up with the runway. And then I'll come back to do some of the road markings with you on camera for the main strip. Okay? Sounds good. Okay, how cool does this look? I've even rounded off any of the concrete parts because that's something I noticed. Anything that has like this tarmac concrete stuff, there's never any like 90-degree corners. They're always just rounded off nicely. So I've done that on both sides. Both taxi ends are now joined up to the runway itself, all with the little curves. It looks really cool. Even on the map, it's starting to look like an airport. Starting to. There's a lot of work. Fences, car parks, trees, greenery, helipads, everything. The building, more buildings, control tower. There's an awful lot of work that needs to be left there, left to do, but it is starting to look like an airport. Now, we need to do the main airport lines, the markings. This is an important part because if we don't do it, it's not really gonna look like an airport at all. So let's find out exactly where the middle is, which isn't easy to do. I like to do the method that is my proven way that always works to find the middle point well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Boom, there's the middle. It's just it's not the best way. It's a slow way to figure out where the middle is, but it does work. It really, really does work. Now, I don't want to use quartz. I want to use white wool for it. It's a nice sort of cleaner white. Mind you, I suppose the quartz could work, couldn't it? I just don't like the join in the middle of them. But then again, with the runway, it sort of works. Well, there's option 1. And there's option 2. I think I prefer the wool better. I think the wool has a closer texture to the stone, so it looks like it's just painted and not a different block. Yeah, I think I'm going to go for that. Okay, so I've got a picture of Heathrow Airport in front of me, and it's something that I could sort of easily reference then and make sure that I get at least a runway that looks like a real one. Set to wool. There. Now this has a white border all the way up and down the runway. In fact, I might... Oh yeah, we need a runoff. Oh, I've got enough room for a runoff section on this end. Yeah. Okay, undo. No, leave it there. I'm going to take that one away and replace that back with stone. And take this one away and replace that back with 2. I think I might do 2. So 2 on that side and 2 on that side. That leaves us a little bit of stone on either side of where the white markings, because these white markings are going to go the whole length of the runway, up that side and up this side. But that gives us just 2 blocks overlapping, and it's just sort of a nice number. I like the number 2. And then we have some bigger markings, some big markings at the front here. Now I've built airports and runways in the past, but this is the first time that I can really, really be happy. So that's 4 blocks in. 4 blocks in from the back, 2 blocks in from the side. And then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And 2 blocks thick. Yeah, that's about right. That seems about right to me. I think it's a little bit too far towards the back. I'm actually going to do 14 blocks in length total, 2 blocks away from all edges. And then we're going to leave 1 block between them. So we'll do 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. Now these don't match up directly perfectly in the middle on the picture that I'm looking at. I don't need to show you the picture, it's just a runway. There's like a little bit of a larger gap in the middle, so I wonder if we're actually going to get that gap or not, or if we're going to be perfect. We're perfect. I think we're better than the real runway then. So we're going to do that one, this one, this one, There. Look at the map. Look at the map. It's looking like a little bit more of a runway. There. And then, yeah, perfect. It lines up absolutely perfectly. And here. And obviously this line goes up the edge. Like that. So that's what you have on both ends of the runway. Then up the middle we have lines. We have like road lines, but bigger ones. That's why we're not using the thin ones that I have. We need them to be bigger. It's a big runway. And we don't want them to be 2 blocks or 3 blocks like we're doing on normal roads. We want them to be more along the 8 block mark. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. See, that's a much more healthy number for a big runway. We also need the number of the runway down here. I know there's only one runway here, but I'm going to do... I think 27 would be a nice number to have in here. So we'll do it 2 blocks away from the first line. This is where the 2 is going to be. This is where the 7 begins. So we want it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do 6 blocks length, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks down. So it's a 6 by 6 number. We get, it's not quite long enough, is it? It's not quite long enough. Okay, let's change that back to stone. I'm going to keep the stone. I'm going to keep that one up there so I know it's in the middle then. And we'll extend this up so instead of 6, it'll be 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12. So it's 6 by 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then this goes down here. Set this all back to stone again. Get a fresh plate. Fresh start. Set stone. Beautiful. And we want to come down to 2 blocks before the end in line. That one right there. So go up that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. Oops. That one, that one, that one, that one. These go down here for the number 7. That looks like a better 7. Nice and big. You can see it in the plane. And then we want a number 2 here. So we have 1 block between it, and number 2 has a straight line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like that. And then it's going to go up to the top. I'm going to put this in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But we don't want it to be a straight 2. We want it to sort of curve down. So I'm going to do that one, and then this way, that one. For the top of the number 2. And then it's going to come down this way, and then should join up somewhere down here. If I do that block, and then do that one, that one. Yeah, we get a lovely number 27 written on the runway here. So then we want the lines going down here. I'm going to have 2 blocks gap between the numbers, so it's going to start here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And set that to wool. We also need some lights going down here, so we're going to use beacons. I can use these white beacons so they don't quite stand out as much as the gold ones, but they still give off light at night time. I think at the start and the end of each one, like that. Yeah, that looks pretty good. In between, we want the same number, so I think we want another 8 between. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then that means this one. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Set wool. So I'm going to do that all the way up on the side. And then, all the way up the middle. We've got those going up the side. We've got the number to do on the other side. But then what we have is, it looks like every three lines, we have a thicker part. I'm going to come away. Well, on the first one, it's like, we have that line, and then this one. Yeah, okay. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. Okay. I'm going to come out here. So this is like bang in the middle of where that line and the next line is going to be. We're going to come out to the side to about here, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, oh, including these. Let's make it easy to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 blocks away from the middle. We're then going to do a larger one that goes from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to there and set to wool. And there'll be every, I think, 2 or 3 white lines in the middle going all the way down. So I'm going to do that and I'll be back. Look at that, we've got the number. We can see it. Okay, I'll be back. It's an airport. It's a runway, that's for sure. I love it. I think it looks totally awesome going all down there. It was actually only 1 block short of being perfect, so I just extended it by 1 block, and now it's all evenly spaced between. Really, really nice. What we do need, though, is, well, there's sort of like a runoff, but it wouldn't really be too much of a runoff. I'm just looking on the airport picture. What they have is like a little area like this. Set stone. How many blocks is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. It doesn't matter. It won't matter. I shall show you why in a minute. So then what we're going to do is find the middle point again, which is right here. And we're going to go down. Oops. Down here like this. All the way. I'm going to leave 1 block. Just so it has like a little bit of a wraparound. And down this way. And then we're going to come out. I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's do 8 blocks again, so it's the same distance between the lines. And we come down here. And then we do again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like that. Do the same on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Whoops, not that one. Down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Down this one. And then in the middle here. How many blocks is it between? 8, isn't it? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It stopped moving. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's like, oh, it'd only be that one. Now that sort of works. That sort of works. Okay, and then we'll fill in all of those air blocks now with the yellow clay, which I can do with my world edit. Replace air with 159.9. Or 159.4. Ooh. 159.9 with 159.4. It's because 159.9 is cyan clay, and we all know that that's my favourite clay block. Okay, so that goes on that edge. And then we have the same thing on the other side as well. I don't know what it is. I just see them on all the runways there. I take it as a sort of runoff zone. And then what I want to do is I want to get the nether brick, which is like an andesite, a lighter andesite texture. And I just want to run it 3 blocks wider than any concrete part, which is 112. So just 3 blocks wider. I think it'll just look really, really neat. 112. Set 112. And I done too far. Grass. And down here. It'll just really neat with a slightly lighter grey going around it. I think it'll just be perfect. Set that. Go all the way down this side. Just 3 blocks. It's not a lot, and it won't make a huge difference. But I think when you look at it, it'll just be a really nice touch going all the way around it. Same around the taxi. Where have I stopped for? I've stopped for some reason. Same as around the taxiway and the airport. There we go. We're away again. I think it's because there's an awful lot of shadows that's having to create under here. Because I sort of cheated a little bit with this mountain, and it's actually hollow underneath. I'm sure a few of you already noticed during the episode. It's hollow underneath here. I might fill that in because then it doesn't have to calculate those shadows underneath there. So maybe that would be a good idea. We want to go from here to there. Oh, to there. And then that done that quite quick, didn't it? That's because I've reset my computer since the last time. From there to there. From here to there. And from here all the way down. So as you can see on the map, see that just gives that little lip around it? I really, really like that touch. And once we do it to the taxiway and all around that as well, it just removes some of the grass that I don't really like, but has to be in there for sort of realism in a way. And I think that'll really improve it. So let me do that around all the taxiways. I know this has been a little bit of a jump cutty episode, but we've got an awful lot done. Oh, and I need to do the hatchings on the other side as well. Okay, I shall be back. That looks so much better. I really like that. It just edges it off nicely, breaks it up to the grass, blends it in really, really well. I'm really, really loving this. Now, I thought we could use this this sort of lighter andesite block to also go round the helipad, so then the color doesn't all blend in if it was all the same one. So I think that would be a good idea as well. We can go from out here and set that to the same block. Oh, there. And then bring this back. Like, oops, like that. And it wraps all the way around. Oh, no, undo. 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 To here. I covered them up. To here. Replace grass with 112. And only grass. You stupid command. From here to there. There we go. Then the helipads still stay in there, and it's just a different colour. I think it just makes them stand out that little bit more. You know that planes aren't meant to go on there then, and it blends in nicely, wraps it all together really, really well. I love that. I think that looks so, so cool. Let's get a helicopter down on there. Not that one. We want this one. Let's get a couple of helicopters down on here. I don't know, the Sea King one. We don't want anything that looks like it's a military one, though, because this isn't a military airport. We might do a military base, but just not at the moment. Let's have this one here. Book. Oh, it faces that way, does it? Oops, my bad. There. Is that in the middle? That's about in the middle. It's a little bit military looking. I think there's another colour one. Make sure we're in the middle. There you go. That looks a little bit better. And then we'll have a sort of more smaller one over here. I can come back a long way. This is a tiny, or a lot smaller than those other big ones. Like that. Couple of helicopters, couple of planes. That's looking more and more like an airport every time that we come here. I don't know if we'll be here next episode or if we'll go away, do something else and come back here sort of every other episode. I don't know. Maybe I'll do one more episode here. I want to get the next part of the actual airport sort of terminal part up next. I want to get those buildings done. I think I want to do something down here, like put the fence down and sort of wrap it around. Get some of the surrounding area in. That would be really nice. If you guys enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you haven't already, then feel free to subscribe. We shall see you in the next episode. This is looking really cool. I need to put the H's and stuff on those as well. They're not going to be just stone circles. Okay, guys. Bye. Bye. My voice.